SteroidsCanada.com presents.
Oh my God!
It's Time to Fight podcast. Listener discretion is advised.
Don't be smart.
Hi folks, I'm Matthew Terry and this is It's Time to Fight. Don't be smart. Where I take common misconceptions, misunderstandings, and just wrong ideas that wrestling fans have, and I smarten them up. One of the most common questions that I get is if choking is illegal and should never be done under any circumstances, why does a wrestler get a 5 count? Why does the referee not immediately break the choke or disqualify them on the spot? Well, the fact is that the rule book that governs wrestling today is by and large the same rule book that governed wrestling in the early 1900s. And in the early 1900s, things were a lot different in wrestling. First and foremost, it was a lot more gentlemanly sport. It was more of a combat competition. And another thing was there was a lot more grappling. So a chokehold was more a result of accident than it was by any kind of nefarious means. So most commonly what would happen is two wrestlers would be grappling and an arm or a leg or some form would begin choking an opponent. And the referee would see this, and he would inform the dominant wrestler that he was now choking his opponent, and that he had 5 seconds to gradually and safely remove the hold or be disqualified. So that's in great contrast to today when you have wrestlers who are intentionally down on the mat and they're intentionally choking. They have their hands around their neck and they're choking them. Or they take their opponent and they drape them over the rope and they sit on top of them so that they're choking, and they take a 4 count. So it's just a matter of no one really got around to changing the rules. I hope that explains it. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, or would like to smarten me up, by all means, give me an email, moonshinebrandwrestling@gmail.com. That's moonshinebrandwrestling@gmail.com. You can follow me in 2 different places on Twitter. You can follow me personally @AnnouncerTerry. @AnnouncerTerry. It's all one word on Twitter. As well, you can follow It's Time to Fight @It'sTimeToFight1. We weren't the first to get It's Time to Fight. It's a pretty common phrase. But you can follow us @It'sTimeToFight1. So, folks, thank you very much for listening today. And, until next week, please, don't be smart.